Hey, Mark.
Yes.
So, Mark's worried that his ex-girlfriend is messing around.
Sleeping with my buddy.
Is sleeping with your buddy. So she's not your girlfriend anymore. You guys broke up already.
Right.
And now you think that she is having a relationship with your best friend.
Yeah, from high school.
Wow, all the way from high school, you guys have been best friends and you guys hang out all the time and you think that there's something going on between the two. Would that bother you, even though you guys are exes?
It's just something, like she wasn't just like a fling, like we were actually dating, you know? I don't know, it's just one of those things, like you don't date your best friend's ex.
So have you had conversations with him about her?
I mean, I've asked him a little bit.
And when I mean this, I'm also talking, have you, like, you share with him, like, the problems that you guys had in your relationship and the struggles and stuff?
Yeah.
And have you asked him if he's messing around with her right now?
I've sort of asked him. I've kind of hinted, like, hey, what's going on? Is there, is anything going on there? And, he always says, no, it's just, we're just friends. It's cool. But, like, it's kind of weird even the fact that he stayed friends with her.
All right, so we're going to call him up to see who he will send a dozen free roses to. And you're hoping that he's sending those flowers to his mom or somebody else.
Yeah.
I feel kind of weird doing this only because he's not dating this girl anymore. But it is your buddy. Would you be upset, Kev, if your buddy was dating your ex?
I guess it depends on the ex, right? Like if we were in a long relationship, if she was like my love, it would be kind of weird.
Which just sounds to me like that's exactly what Mark's got going on. We're going to mute your phone.
Okay.
What's your ex-girlfriend's name?
Charity.
We're calling up Chase to see who he's going to send flowers to.
Hello?
Hi, is this Chase?
Yes.
Hi, Chase. My name is Nicole. I'm calling from a brand new online floral company called rosesbloom.com. I'm actually calling with an offer for some free flowers for you. If you have like less than a minute to answer some survey questions for me, we're going to give you, it's actually a beautiful arrangement. It's a dozen long-stemmed red roses that you can send to anybody in the country, anywhere, and totally free of charge to you. I'm not going to ask you for any sort of financial information. Just get the flowers out today, and hopefully you'll use us in the future when you go to order flowers for somebody. Wondering if you're interested.
I guess.
Okay. Have you purchased flowers in the last 6 months, Chase?
No.
Do you plan on purchasing flowers in the next 6 months?
Possibly.
Okay. As a thank you for participating in that rosesbloom.com survey, I'm now authorized to provide you with that dozen roses. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a first and a last name from you of who you want these to go to today.
Okay. You need that right now?
Yes.
Okay, Charity.
Okay. Are you at work or something? Is that why you're being quiet?
Yeah, I had to, yeah.
Okay. And what's Charity's phone number?
It's 5742.
Okay. And what's Charity's relationship to you?
She's a friend.
Okay. I just want to make sure this is a dozen long-stemmed red roses. Are you okay with that? I just don't want to put you in a weird situation if she misconstrues.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Okay. And we also do something really unique at rosesbloom.com in that we offer a digital voice card instead of sending a paper card with the flowers. So essentially, Charity will get a text message when the flowers are delivered, and it's going to be this little voice memo that I'm going to record with you right now. Just kind of a little bit, it's like a step up from a paper card. Do you get it?
No. What do you mean?
So I'm going to count you down in a second. You're going to basically say a message that you would leave on a card, but you can actually make it longer. So when she'll get a text message with the flower, when the flowers get delivered, so she can play it and know who they're from.
Okay.
Okay? So
Sure.
Here we go, Chase. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, girl. I thought these would cheer you up. I know you've been down the last few days, so hope you enjoy them.
Okay. And Chase, I also have to let you know that this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Great.
Chase, we're going to send those flowers off, and I'm going to jump on here just to wrap up the call so that I can give you all the information, okay?
Okay.
We will send those flowers off. Make sure that she gets them. And I know that we already asked you this question, but I just want to reiterate. Is this a girlfriend of yours or just a friend?
No, she's a friend.
So just somebody that you're friends with?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We will send those off to her.
Okay.
Have a great day. Goodbye. Mark?
Yeah.
So he just says that they're just friends.
Yeah, I don't even want them to be friends, though. The whole thing seems just strange to me.
I know, but you don't necessarily get to control whether they're friends or not. Like, if that's all it is, I don't.
No, of course. I can control whether or not we're still friends, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow, that's too bad that you
Yeah.
So you would actually lose a friendship over this girl?
I don't know. It just bothers me.
What are your thoughts on us calling him back to explain who we are, and then calling her and seeing if we can get her on the phone with us and talk to them?
I don't know. I think it sounds like it's going to get messy.
I think we're already messy.
Yeah.
We're already doing this.
You want answers, man. Might as well get them now. We're here.
All right, fine.
All right, hang on one second. Chase?
Yeah.
I know we explained to you why we have you on the phone here. Say hey to Mark.
Hey, man, what's up?
What's going on?
Hold on one sec, okay? Because I'm going to bring somebody else on the phone here. Charity, are you there?
Yeah.
And you're okay with your voice on the radio?
I guess.
Okay, so I just need a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, so Mark is with us, and Mark was telling us how you dated before. And Mark also told us, Chase, how you are his best buddy, and he doesn't like the idea that you're talking to his ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
Chase?
Yeah.
Mark, go ahead, tell Chase your thoughts.
I mean, dude, why are you talking to Charity behind my back?
She got in touch with me, and I'm just, being a friend. Is that a problem?
I mean, you guys weren't friends before I started dating her. You know how I felt about her. I told you everything, and now you guys are talking behind my back. Like, that's super.
Charity, what are your thoughts on this one? You get a say so on who you can be friends with and who you can't be friends with.
Like, all I have to say is that we're just friends. So,
like, nothing's ever happened past that.
No.
So there's nothing that has ever happened between you and Chase?
No, we're just friends.
Chase, nothing has happened between you and Charity?
No.
Because, boy, that's the way that the answer came out of Charity, out of your mouth, makes it sound like there is something that has happened. I'm somebody that believes, and I don't know how everybody else feels, but I'm somebody that believes that it's an ex for a reason. You're an ex, but that doesn't mean that you control who that person talks to. I mean, I think that you got to kind of get over it, Mark, but I also think that it would be really tough if you're not telling the truth. What do you guys think? Megan and Kevin and Shannon and everybody, what do you think?
I mean, for starters, something definitely went on. Pause a little too thick, but just to be a friendship. But I'm with my man. So if he up for it and he no longer wants to be a part of this relationship with somebody that's his best friend, but for some mysterious reason didn't communicate that he's still hanging out with his ex-girlfriend, like she never came up in conversation, that seemed crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the hard part, because I don't think that you can necessarily control who people are going to be hanging out with, in situations like this. But the fact that there's this big secret in such a close friendship would make me really uneasy.
I don't know. I just sit there and I think that Mark seems really controlling, and our listeners, I think, are feeling that too. But Mark, I feel bad for you because I feel like you're also not getting the truth out of these guys.
Look, I have no desire to control what other people do. How am I supposed to trust going forward? Like, what am I going to tell him about the next girl that I date? No. Do I want to introduce him to some other girl that I'm dating? I mean, forget about it. I want nothing to do with that.
Are you willing to throw away a friendship over this?
Seems like he is.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I don't think Mark's the one throwing away the friendship.
Chase
disregarded him as a friend and his feelings to get with his ex.
He also didn't deny that there wasn't something going on.